respond to frustration by dreaming. We can take the same agonizing circumstances and use them to create a fresh, new vision for the future. To do this, you and I must learn to see frustration as a gift. After all, frustration shapes a dream. There's something missing, something lacking, or something unjust happening in the world, and the only one who seems to notice it is you. But that's how it's supposed to work. You notice a problem that no one else is addressing, and it eats at you until you're finally willing to do something about it. Who knew frustration could be a good thing? In 2010, Bill Nockels of Oklahoma City experienced a frustration that he could not shake. He learned that there are 408,000 children in the foster care system in the United States. He also learned that out of this population of abandoned kids, more than 107,000 were adoptable. In other words, their parents' rights have been terminated or relinquished. In Ben's words, these kids are never going home. They have no sense of place, no sense of belonging, and are not part of any family. For the kids who are not placed in foster homes, there is only one outcome. They'll remain in the system and languish until they age out at 18. And history shows that those who age out of the system don't fare well in society. They'll face incarceration, addiction, joblessness, and even premature death. Overwhelmed by this frustration, Ben joined my Dream Year coaching program to figure out a solution. He started with his home state of Oklahoma. As of January 1st, 2012, there were 8,308 children who were in the custody of the state. Ben met with the leaders of the Oklahoma Department of Human Services and learned that 1,500 additional families were needed to place kids in homes. Ben believed the best place to find those families was the faith community. So Ben launched the 111 Project, which mobilizes congregations to place foster kids in the homes of loving families. The 111 stands for One Church, One Family, and One Purpose. Ben figured out that there are 6,100 churches in the state of Oklahoma. So, if every church committed one family for one purpose, they would leave no Oklahoma child without a home. This was Ben's dream. So far, hundreds of families have joined Ben's effort. Make history. When you're frustrated, you can choose to complain about it, run from it, or ignore it. But if you decide to do something about it, you'll make history. This is the gift your dream brings to the world. What great dream is frustration birthing in you? When Fred Astaire and Michael Jackson were both alive, they shared an unlikely friendship. Although their dance styles were completely different, and their musical tastes worlds apart, they shared a strong connection out of the public eye. When a reporter asked Fred Astaire about their unusual relationship, he surprised everyone by admitting that they both danced out of anger. Now, we have reason to believe that Michael Jackson did. His dance style was aggressive, and he often decried the loss of his childhood. But who would have guessed that the graceful and elegant Fred Astaire was motivated by anger? It was a deep-seated, well-hidden motivation. But what a gift it turned out to be. The scariest moment is always just before you start. Stephen King. Our unfortunate circumstances can become the impetus for something great. But first we have to learn how to turn our frustration into a vision of something good. Those tragic experiences don't have to be wasted on you. You don't have to become reactive and withdrawn or let bitterness render you useless. You can birth a fresh, new dream for the future that redeems your life and benefits other people as well. As you'll discover, that's what those experiences were meant for, all along. When Howard Schultz acquired Starbucks and launched what would eventually become the #1 coffee brand in the world, he allowed one of his greatest frustrations to shape the company's unique culture. When Howard was a small child, he came home from school one day to find his father